Hello, this is Brian Tolley. I'm going to talk to you today about an Organistrum I've been building recently, and it's rather unusual, so it might interest you. If you're not familiar with the Organistrum, it's the earliest form of hurdy-gurdy. It was around at the end of the 10th century, beginning of the 11th century, and it was in existence until around about the middle of the 13th century. Now, what interested me was that the Organistrum was always associated with the church or the monastery. It was used for teaching singing, teaching plain song. And I found an illustration of the instrument that was from 1340, so it's about 100 years after the instrument disappeared. And it shows the instrument being played with a series of other musicians. And this is obviously for secular music. It's for some kind of dance. So this is strange. First of all, the instrument is not being used by the church, it's being used for dance music, and also the instrument is being played by one person. It's a bit of a struggle because the instrument is huge, but one musician is playing this thing, and I suppose the instrument is being used as some kind of bass instrument, a contrabass of some sort, to provide accompaniment for the other musicians. It's an interesting idea, but I think that's what's happening. So I built one of these instruments just to see what possibilities there would be in a medieval ensemble. I'll show the illustrations and then show you what I've built. So let's go from there. This is page 180 verso of the Romance of Alexander, which is in the British Library. At the bottom of the page there's a series of musicians illustrated, which are holding a series of different instruments. Now you can see on the right there's a fiddle, harp, guitar, two knackers, portative organ, shawm, then there's the Organistrum, and on the left a bagpipe without a drone. Now these are all beautifully detailed and gorgeous illustrations. But these are all secular instruments. These weren't associated with the church. The church did accept the organ at a later date, but none of the other instruments, certainly not the bagpipe, they would never be accepted by the church. These were all used for dance music. This is a close-up of the Organistrum. It has 5 strings. Normally an Organistrum had 3. This one has 5. There are 6 keys, plus the open string. That gives you 7 notes, which would be the 7 notes of the diatonic octave. And yes, there's a dog. Most hurdy-gurdies have a dog. I guess the Organistrum has a dog in this picture. It's a rare exception. Okay, the Organistrum is over on the table behind me now. It's quite big, so I'm going to have to get up and move. So let's hope I can do all that without making a mess of it. Let's see. Now, as you can see, it's quite big. I think it's all in the picture there. It's made of maple and boxwood. It's not that heavy, but it is very bulky, so it's much bigger than a regular hurdy-gurdy. The string length is slightly larger than a cello. There are 5 gut strings on here. 2 are tuned to G, the same as the bass string on a cello, or the bass G anyway. Another 2 at D, and then a top string in G again. Now, it does need to be strapped on, because otherwise you just have no control over it. So there's one strap which goes over my shoulder to hold the thing in place and take the weight of it. And then it needs another strap which goes around the back, rather like a regular hurdy-gurdy when you stand up. With the movement of the crank, the thing just rocks around, and it's impossible to keep control on the keyboard. Now the keyboard is within reach, but the keys are so large you just can't run your fingers up and down the keys as you would on a regular hurdy-gurdy. I suppose with practice, yes, it becomes easier, but I am not. This is new to me. I'm not familiar with it yet, so that's it really. I'm a novice on this thing. Now it just plays a regular triad at a fifth. So I turn the crank and it just plays chords. It won't play jigs or bourrées. The main object of this is to play accompaniment. So it can play harmony and chords to play accompaniment for other instruments. I have tried playing a melody on a medieval shawm, and I've played accompaniment with this instrument to show what it sounds like, and I'll try and attach that short video after this so you can hear what the two sound like together. Okay, that's about all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. The sound quality of the small microphone here probably doesn't do justice to the sound of that Organistrum, which is really quite remarkable. The instrument is for sale if anyone's interested, so if you've got a medieval group or you do animations and you're interested, then let me know please. I'd be glad to talk to you. I guess that's about all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you everybody for subscribing. I appreciate your support. It's nice to hear from you, and until next time, cheerio. Thanks for watching.